What is going on, guys, and welcome back to another video. So we have got something very exciting to share because one of the devs decided to hop on Reddit, who's called Philip, and actually do a Q&A. Now, he is the Warzone's director for Marvel's Avengers, and there were over 700 questions or more, I believe, close to maybe the 1,000 mark, and he selected a ton of them. But in this video I picked out some that I thought were interesting personally to me, but if you join my Discord in the description below, I will also give a full list of all the answers that were basically given. So as always, if you could drop a like on this video, that would be much appreciated. Don't forget I'm doing a giveaway of instant gaming to win a game of your choice. And now let's dive into this video. So first of all, the thing that Philip mentioned was the fact of how high the ceiling is in the game. So especially when you're flying as Thor, or you're jumping as Hulk, or of course Iron Man. Now, his exact words to this question when asked about how high it was, he says, "I forgot exactly what we set the ceiling to, but it's pretty high. In cities, unless it's a giant skyscraper, you can typically fly at building heights, and Hulk can bound super high and far." So I thought that was really interesting. Again, these are things that we're just probably going to jump into and explore right away when we do actually get our hands on one of these characters that can either jump really high or of course fly, such as Iron Man. Now, diving on to the next question, it's actually about how big a Warzone map is. So the question here was, how big can we expect the Warzones, like the one we see of Thor flying over rooftops with Hulk and Miss Marvel following below? Now, his answer to that was, it's hard to give exact numbers, but typically when you enter a war zone, your first objective could be 300 or 400 meters away, and there are multiple objectives to a war zone plus some optional spaces to explore. In a city, this would mean that you get several city blocks worth in a single mission, if that makes sense. So that kind of gives you a perspective on how big it can actually be. But his exact words following that, as you see, I will try to measure one and give you guys more details later. So if that's going to be in another stream or in a Reddit page, I'm not sure. He might just bounce right back to that question, so I guess we'll keep an eye out for that one. Now, an interesting thing that I like is, how's the endgame going to look for us? What's going to keep us playing while we wait for more content? And this person continued on the question by saying, will there be a higher form of content like raids or something to take our geared out builds into and really progress towards? Anthem didn't have any reason to make the perfect build because we had no place to take the gear and really push that. Now, his answer was, I could tell you that Vince and I are absolutely passionate about endgame content. We will have Hives Witch gauntlets that challenge your entire roster of heroes, bosses and villains will also make appearances, and we also have 2 other endgame pieces of content that I'm not allowed to talk about just yet, but I can't wait to show you, likely in an upcoming war table. We want to show you guys a roadmap for this. It's going to be a mix of new stories, events, endgame challenges and so forth, so stay tuned. Some Warzones have a set difficulty, some scale to your power, but in almost all cases you can just choose to make it harder or easier. What exactly you get on harder difficulty is something we are still actively tuning. The game is really built around the Avengers as a team, so you will always have companions with you inside Warzones. Now, diving on to the next question, which I like the answer to because it's something that I didn't really think of straight away, but now I guess it's something I needed to know. And the question is, can we have 2 of the same heroes? First of all, when it comes to playing co-op, that is something we know that, again, he has confirmed here, won't be possible at launch. So if that's going to be in a later run, I have absolutely no idea, but at launch it's not happening. But the question following that was, can you play online with 1 friend and 2 AIs? And the response to that was yes. So that's something exciting. I think these things always make a big difference in my opinion. Now, in terms of future heroes, I know a lot of people have been talking about the mic which had the Daily Bugle logo on it. Again, we're not going to go down the whole Spider-Man route again, but in terms of new heroes, someone did ask, do you have ideas for future heroes to be added? And he said like a million, but we aren't allowed to talk about it yet. It's one of our favourite topics. And then he did say, so who are you hoping for? Again, don't forget they sent out that survey as well, so again, going against the email that I got as well a while back now, they did state that they can't wait to reveal new heroes as well. So hey, I don't know if Spider-Man's going to be in there in terms of like a Crystal Dynamics version or a Square Enix version, but I guess it's just one of those topics that more or less was confirmed that these aren't linked, so yeah, we can only wait and be surprised, I guess, for that. Now, in terms of regions, he did confirm that we will have cities, forests, deserts, and the Arctic alongside underwater, and of course in orbit, and some others that aren't revealed yet. Inside those regions, you will see everything from wilderness to aim structures, and of course urban landscape in cities. And the final one was, have you and the team at the studio ever thought about adding more modes such as raids, and if so, do you have a time frame for when you are planning to do? And he says yes, hopefully details soon, and for the future expect a roadmap from us down the line. So hey, these are some really interesting answers to the questions as well, so if you want to check out all the questions, join my Discord, the link's in the description below. And there will be a tab that will just have all the answers that all the questions that he responded to. But guys, that's going to wrap up this video here. As always, subscribe for more awesome content if you haven't already. I'll see you in the next one. Till then, have yourselves a ridiculously amazing day, and adios amigos.